welcome to episode 343 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. This is a podcast for you if you love playing Magic the Gathering, or I suppose if you begrudgingly play Magic the Gathering. If someone in your house is forcing you to play Magic the Gathering, this is a podcast you can listen to.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And if you're being forced to play Magic the Gathering, blink twice very slowly like a cat.
That's right. But that actually is misleading because if they blink slowly, it means that they're relaxed and trustful.
That's
and maybe
true.
you don't feel relaxed and trustful if you're being forced to play Magic.
Blink very, very quickly.
Yes. Blink rapidly.
We will come to your aid.
Yes.
But also, we've got a lot of news to talk about on this show.
Yes. Usually we save our news for the upkeep.
That's
which
true.
is our news exclusive podcast that comes out every Monday.
Yeah.
Gives you all the news in 10 minutes or less.
And
I turned that into a plug for the upkeep.
Great job,
Thank
first
you.
of all.
Thank
Second
you.
of all, if this episode's too long for your ears and you're just like, I can't even handle 45 minutes,
Yeah.
you can probably handle 10 minutes. And this week, Amateur Pro Greg and I explain the organized play changes in under 5 minutes.
Wow. Is it possible?
Go find out.
Yeah, go find out.
I mean, we did it. so.
Today we're probably going to spend 40 minutes
Yeah.
talking about them.
I know. And we are going to dive in depth. If you're confused, if you're like, what is going on? What does the future look like? What does this mean for me in particular?
You are not the only person.
Yeah, you're not alone, but we are going to help you this week because we have trudged through the trenches.
Yes.
That is that 20-page article.
Unless you are alone in a house forced to play Magic the Gathering.
In which case, blink really fast.
In which case, blink really fast.
But before we get into all the nitty-gritty details and help you sort it out in amongst your brain stems, let's give a big thank you to everybody who helps us.
I think we only have one brainstem, right?
Oh, well,
One stem,
I've
multiple cells.
I have 3.
I think that might be a problem.
They're like, do you want an extra stem or 2? And I was like, yeah, stick them in there.
Okay.
It was an option.
Can you imagine a plant having more than one stem?
Oh, I don't want to.
See?
No.
Wait, I guess like bushes have lots of stems.
Yeah, that's true. But
So is your brain more like a flower, which has one, or is it like a bush, which has
sick.
many?
Sick. Once I saw a dandelion when I was a kid that had fused 3 heads into one, like a weird flowery Cerberus, and I was very afraid of it for the rest of my life.
As you should be. That's spooky.
I didn't like it.
That's straight up spooky
I didn't
content.
like it at all.
Anyways, you were trying to say something relevant.
Oh yeah, Patreon. If this kind of talk about brain stems and weird plant childhood traumas is something that you come to rely on every week, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/GLHFmagic.
That's right. Thank you so much to everyone who is a patron. And next Thursday, in fact, is our extra special patron hangout.
Yay!
So if you are a patron, we're going to have a little live hangout and chat where you can ask questions and we'll talk about, more on topic or off topic
Whatever
things.
you want.
Yeah.
You get to drive the conversation. And I played my Patreon matches the other week so people could challenge me on Arena. We had a great time, and I apologize to everybody that I murdered just so mercilessly with vampires because I was playing a net deck, and everybody was good enough to bring some unplayable jank.
Yes.
Actually, it wasn't all unplayable jank. Some of it was very good jank against me. And so next time, I promised to bring a jank deck because I felt very guilty.
We didn't play much standard when I played mine.
We played all standard in mine.
What?
That's
we
so
played
weird.
some singleton, which was great.
Oh, I
we
love
played
singleton.
some popper, which was super cool. We did play a little bit of standard. But anyways,
that could be you.
That could be you.
Challenging me with your amazing homebrew. If you
didn't
are a patron.
play what prismatic Scrabble?
Yes, we did play Prismatic Scrabble Singleton, which is a format invented by Amateur Pro Greg, and it just turned out to be like Pack Wars.
Yeah, that
essentially.
makes sense.
But it was fun. The word we chose was magical. His word was banana, and it turns out if you're building that kind of deck with those stipulations, banana is a great word to choose.
Wow,
You have good cards.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So just so you know, in case anyone is out there being like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Why are you choosing a word? Scrabble in the Magic deck term means that you pick a word like banana.
Yeah.
And starting at 1 drops, all of them have to start with the letter B.
So he got Bag of Holding, which was turned out to be pretty good.
A, and then your two drops start with A. Your three drops start with N.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. I'm not going to keep going in case I don't know how to spell banana.
Better stop while you're ahead.
Yep. We know that I know the first three letters, but do I know the rest?
Who knows?
Only time will tell.
Big thanks as well to our other sponsor, Card Kingdom. You can head to cardkingdom.com/GLHF. Use that web link for anything you want to buy in your Magical Life singles, boxes of cards, deck boxes, sleeves, just anything.
Yeah, basically
binders.
anything.
They've got it all, including board games. We have a board games channel, and it's youtube.com/GLHF board games, and they'll sell you those as well. And if you ask for a sticker in your order, I did send them these, so they should have our new Good Luck High Five rainbow stickers.
They're beautiful.
They're so pretty. You can also ask for tokens if that's more of your jam. They've got the Good Luck High Five merch over there in their fulfillment center.
Also, speaking of board games, this week on the channel,
yes.
we reviewed a board game called Parks, and it's a playthrough, and this game is excellent, and the art on it is beautiful.
Yeah.
So highly recommend.
100%.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of our faves that we've played so far this year.
Yeah. I don't buy board games really.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy this one. It's so good.
It's very good. And Megan and I do the playthrough of it with our game guy, Nicholas. So if you're like, I don't want to see Nicholas's face, but I like your faces, guess what?
Well, there you go. You
our
can
faces
see us.
are in this.
Yep. And you can ignore Nicholas. We do.
We do quite often. It's time for a deep dive on the organized play changes in Magic.
YOLO. Or in this format structure, YO5.
What are you talking about?
Like you can die several times in this structure. Like in this, there's so many ways.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
To try and reach the top.
True.
You can lose one, but you'll have another chance.
You'll have other chances.
You don't only live once.
That's true.
You live many times in the course of a season.
So we're going to be referencing an article that is on mtgesports.com or magic.gg. Both of those redirect to the same website. And if you want, you can dive in and read the whole thing yourself. There's a link in our show notes to check it out. But why would you when we're going to break the whole thing down right now?
Let me tell you, this is my experience of reading it.
Go for it.
I get like through the first two sections.
Yeah.
And there's three more after that.
Yep.
But my brain is full.
Your brain's like, sorry, capacity reached.
Exactly. It's like, well, this seems like enough. I can't understand any more of it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
This is also my experience, which is why I made detailed notes as I was reading it, as the only way I could comprehend it.
Yeah.
It is a lot of information is what we're saying.
Yes.
The good news is that it is information.
It is a lot of information.
Which a lot of people have been waiting for a very long time for Wizards of the Coast to put out there. How do I get into the MPL? What does the MPL mean? What is the future of tabletop Magic?
Yeah.
What is the future of Arena? Et cetera, et cetera.
This answers a lot of those questions.
Yes.
Including the question many people weren't asking, which is, what about Magic Online?
That is also included. Yeah. I mean, kind of, a little bit.
It's true. Yeah. A little bit.
It's hanging on.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the overarching thing is, look, they're being more transparent. They're making an effort. They said after the release of this article, they're going to make a good faith effort to be more transparent, to tell people more stuff more often and more quickly than they have in the past.
Yes.
So we'll hold them to that, you know, out there. We've got to keep them honest. But so far, this is a great start.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when this article came out, they were like, okay, how should I feel about this? Right?
It's so much information that you can't have an emotional response yet.
You're just like,
because you're still mentally processing
what does it all mean?
Yes.
But after a few days of sitting in the mud that is this article in my brain, I have come away with the opinion that this is mostly very good.
Yeah.
And there are a few tweaks that could probably be made, and I think they are working on them to make it a little bit better even. But that being said, I think these are all positive changes for Magic, and I'm super excited to see how this plays out in the coming season.
Let's start with the big takeaways.
Yes.
So there will be ways that you can get into the MPL through Arena, and there will be ways that you can get there through tabletop play.
Yes.
Sick. You will still be able to play paper Magic.
That I'm very, very happy about.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, we've sectioned off Magic into two arenas. Well, I should not use that word.
There's one arena.
into two
circuses.
pie tins. Oh, circuses, great.
Yeah.
And one circus is the arena circus, and one circus is the tabletop circus.
Yes.
And actually, this is a pretty big deal because we didn't really know what the future of tabletop was. Was Watsy going to throw tabletop out with the bathwater and just be like, hey, arena, new, shiny, fun?
Yeah. Were they going to give it the big old boot?
And it turns out they're not giving it the big old boot. They have reinvested here in this.
They're putting boots on it.
It's getting
so
its
that
own
it
little boots.
can continue to walk forward.
Oh, cute.
So that the commitment to tabletop we see through the Players Tour.
Yes.
Which is a thing that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later. It's basically the new Pro Tour, in a very different kind of way.
There is now a way that we know to get into the MPL.
Yes, we know how you're gonna be able to do it.
Yes, so we have the Rivals League, which is part of that, and the Gauntlet, which is a new tournament, a very small tournament.
Very small.
That is part of that. So top finishes in Rivals, top finishes in the Gauntlet. Again, we'll talk about that later.
Yes. And when does this all start might be a question on your mind. Great question. So we're going to have a partial season that starts this year, and then they're going to transition into a full version of this model next August, and the season is going to run from August to August.
Okay.
So that is how they're going to set it up.
Like a school year. But without summer vacation. Talk about the worst way to describe something of all time. School year with no summer vacation. Yay. Okay.
But that's going to run August 2020 to August 2021. So that'll be the first time we get the full version. Because we're starting with the partial version, numbers are going to be slightly off and things are going to be a little bit wonky this first time around.
All right.
So overall, once we get done with this, you can make your own thoughts. But I just want to point out two big critiques of this so far have been, number one, that nothing that has happened this year matters, which is not entirely true, but it is kind of true.
You get money, but that's about it.
You get money, right? You're not going to get the stuff that you need that would boost you into the Rivals or MPL or whatever Players Tour stuff for next season is not going to count. And two, that there is no reward for competitive good finish, or what am I saying?
Consistent good
finishes
at GPs.
At GPs.
Yeah.
So they say they are working on
where
that.
There used to be like you would get pro points if you were finishing high, even if you weren't in the top 8.
Right.
And you could potentially transition that into being bronze.
Yep.
And getting to go to an RPTQ or even being
gold or whatever.
Yeah. Silver. Yeah.
Yeah. So those kinds of things, they say they are working on a system for that, but that has not been released yet.
Yeah.
The other two things I wanted to quickly point out is there's so many more events that are high level events than we have seen in the past, which has been like, 4 Pro Tours and a World Championship.
Yeah.
And maybe the World Magic Cup.
Yeah. So it's like 6 things.
6 things. This is way more than 6 things.
Whew.
So hopefully we'll get like coverage of all this stuff and we'll be able to watch a lot more Magic.
Yeah. All right, let's
kick it off.
Keep moving.
All right, here we go. Section 1 was about the MPL, the Magic Pro League.
Yes.
Which is now basically the new Platinum.
Yes.
Let's put it in terms of what it used to be.
Yeah.
And
it is where you are making your living playing Magic.
Yeah, this is the height of competitive play.
Yes.
100% what you want to be shooting for.
You can earn up to $50K in appearance fees.
Sick.
Plus prizes from tournaments.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Because
you're going to a lot of events.
You will be going to a lot.
Yes, because you're invited to all the Mythic Invitationals.
Yep.
And all the Players Tour tabletop events.
Yep. So it's your job.
Yeah,
it's your job.
It is your job, although you do not have to stream.
No, there's no streaming contract, which will be a part of the MPL moving forward, which is a change from this time around. You got like a 10K bonus or something for streaming this time around, but not a part of this now. It's still 24 players in the MPL.
That's a cut.
Oh, what is it right now?
There's 32 right now.
Oh, all right. 24 cap.
8 players are disappearing. Oh God,
where are they gonna go?
It's like a "Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego" situation, except she stole MPL players. Anyways,
so your ranking in the MPL is going to be determined by a combo of mythic points, which you can earn at arena events and stuff like that, player points, which is what you earn at the paper tournaments, and points earned from MPL split play, which is the stuff we're watching, like the Pearl Division, the Emerald Division,
where they're battling each other.
Yeah, where they're playing each other.
So, all right. Okay.
So there you go. That's the MPL.
That was a nice like bite-sized chunk, right?
Yeah.
That was enough. You could eat that.
Yeah, you could. That's just like a nice little.
Yeah, that was a snack. An
Reese's
aperitif.
cup. I like how you just said a very fancy word, and I'm like, a Reese's cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That can
And
be
amuse
fancy.
bouche.
And amuse bouche. Yeah, like a Reese's.
Like a Reese's.
Which really does more than amuse, I would say. I think it does more than amuse your bouche. I think it's slightly more than amuse.
I agree.
I don't know what the next level up from amuse is, though.
But whatever it is, it's up there.
Okay, so let's talk about something that's new coming with this change.
The Rivals League.
It's the minors of baseball.
Yes, it really is.
Yeah.
Except you don't have to throw baseballs
Thank
or hit
goodness.
them or run bases.
No.
Oh, man. I got in a really big fight with someone about how much of a sport baseball is. Anyways, with Nicholas, our games guy.
Oh, I was like, I can think of one of two people you had this.
Oh, there's
fight
two.
with.
Exactly. There's obviously two people. And I had it with Nicholas
That's
of those
great.
two.
That's great.
I'm sure I could also have that fight with Bradley. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Sorry, moving on.
Moving on.
Minor league. So it's talent development.
Yeah.
It feeds the MPL by finishing really highly, or you get to go play in the gauntlet.
Yeah.
So that is how you can make it to the MPL from this.
So how do you get into the Rivals League is the question you might ask as a follow-up.
Yes.
Like, oh, this sounds great. I want to try and be in the MPL. What do I have to do? So the 46 players in the Rivals League, which in the partial season is not going to be 46, by the way. So it's going to be lower than that. I can't remember the exact number. But once we have things sorted out, 46 players. 1st through 12th ranked digital players who have not previously been in the MPL.
Okay.
Okay. 1st through 12th ranked tabletop players, not previously in the MPL.
Okay.
And here's these tracks we mentioned earlier. So you can do really well in arena. You can do really well in tabletop play.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
Perfect. The bottom 12 players from the MPL Gauntlet, which is the tournament that we were talking about, which we'll talk about more later. Then the bottom 4 players from the previous MPL season get relegated.
Bye-bye.
Ooh. And 6 discretionary invites.
Okay.
So 6 people that they can choose.
All right. So that's 46 in total, which is quite big, actually.
Yes. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. You know what this... I obviously typed this up, but bottom 12 players from the MPL Gauntlet... I was just like, oh,
yeah.
Yikes. That tournament is super important.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
I mean, but you still, even if you finish in the bottom 12, you end up in the Rivals League.
What I'm asking is if you are like a top rated MPL player and you finish in the bottom 12 of the gauntlet, that doesn't mean that you're kicked down into the Rivals, right?
I believe it does.
What? How is that possible? That doesn't seem right, does it?
So the MPL, not all of the MPL plays in the Gauntlet.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's only, so like the bottom 4 get relegated, and then I think the 4 to 8 above that. Oh, here we go. The 17 through 20th.
Okay.
So there's like the bottom 4, and then the 4 right above that get to play in the Gauntlet.
Got it.
So maybe they don't get relegated, but also if they don't finish in the top 12, they do.
That's so spooky.
Okay.
This is the spookiest tournament of the season.
Yeah.
So
spookiest tournament of the season.
let's talk about what you get for being a Rivals League member.
Yes.
You get invites to all the player tours events, which is the paper tournaments, which we're going to talk about later. Their own Rivals Mythic qualifier.
Okay, so that's a way that they can qualify for Mythic championships.
Yes. And can earn up to $20,000 in appearance fees.
Oh, nice.
So this is actually more like platinum because 50K is much higher.
Yeah. So like MPL is like super platinum.
Super platinum.
Rivals League is like platinum.
Titanium.
Yeah. Is titanium?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Diamond.
Diamond.
There we
go. The new diamond.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the gauntlet.
Ooh, get ready because it's so spooky in here. It's basically Halloween.
I mean, seriously, this tournament is going to be... I know people are like, World Championships, but for me, this is the most exciting.
Yeah. So it's end of season. It raises Rivals players to the MPL and drops MPL players into the Rivals League, as we mentioned.
Yikes.
So the top of the Gauntlet, the top 16 remain in the MPL or get to advance into the MPL.
Gosh.
Depending. The bottom 4 from the MPL drop automatically into Rivals League and do not get to play in the Gauntlet at all.
Wow. They're just like, you're
Again,
in it.
the 4 above that do play in this.
Okay. Got it.
The Rivals players ranked 3rd through 8th on Arena, and the Rivals players ranked 3rd through 8th on Tabletop.
Okay.
So you can't just be any Rivals player for the Gauntlet. You have to be a top performing one. Yeah. And so you might be saying like, hey, wait a second. Well, you just said the Rivals players ranked 3rd through 8th.
Yes.
That's because if you're a Rivals League player and you're first or second in either digital or tabletop play, you just get to go straight into the MPL.
You get automatically
You don't even have to play in the Gauntlet.
Thank God.
Just get on in there.
Booped. Immediately booped up.
Top 4 in the Gauntlet make it into the MPL.
Yep.
5th through 16th get a Rivals League contract.
Okay.
Wow.
So the top 16 MPL players stay in the MPL.
Yes.
That's what it is. And the top 4 from the Gauntlet make it into the MPL.
Yes.
And then you get offered a Rivals contract if you're 5th through 16th in the Gauntlet.
Yes.
Okay.
How many players are playing in the Gauntlet? Let me do that math very briefly.
I don't know.
Okay.
So it's going to be the bottom.
It's 16. It is 16 players. So it's if you finish 5th through 16th, like there's no way for the Gauntlet to drop you out of Rivals. Like the lowest that you can end up if you're in the Gauntlet is in the Rivals League.
Okay.
The best you can do is ending up in the MPL.
Okay, got it. Wow.
Hot dang.
Wow.
Superman.
Made it out of there almost unscathed.
Wow.
The Gauntlet. So, after the Gauntlet has happened,
the Rivals League will have the bottom 12 players from the Gauntlet. Like in the top 4 now in the MPL.
That makes sense.
1st through 12th, arena ranked players who did not participate in the Gauntlet.
Okay.
1st through 12th, tabletop ranked players who did not participate in the Gauntlet.
Okay.
Bottom 4 MPL.
Got it.
6 discretionary.
Okay. We got there. This will all make more sense once it happens.
We have so many more pages,
I think, but we're not nearly done here. We are not done.
No, we are not.
We are not done.
We are not done. Okay, but that is like the MPL and Rivals.
Yes.
Now
we're out of that.
Although you may be wondering, how do I become a 1st through 12th ranked tabletop or a 1st through 12th ranked
Great question.
arena player? Well, that is a decent question. Will we answer it? I hope so.
I hope so. We'll try.
Yep.
So we talked about earlier about the 2 separate tops for arena and tabletop play, the 2 tracks for arena and tabletop play. So arena is something that awards mythic points, and mythic points are something that the Pro Tour, which is now a Mythic Championship, has been awarding this year. And the MPL has been awarding through these splits that's been happening.
So you can get them at the Mythic Championships.
Yep.
Mythic Qualifiers, which are the events that you play in order to get to a Mythic Championship, or something new called Mythic Point Challenges.
Yes, and Mythic Invitationals.
Which
there's going to be more of next year, because this year there's only one. And Tabletop, that's going to be something called Players Points, and that is, you get them from the Players Tours Finals,
And those are things that we will talk about more later.
Including right now.
Including right now.
Later.
I just didn't want to promise something if it was like we were moving on to something else next.
No.
There's a lot of different things.
Okay, so this is the new face of tabletop magic.
Yes.
I don't know why it's not called the Pro Tour. Probably because they want to say the MPL are the pro players.
Yes. And I think also just to distinguish it from the old system.
Yeah.
Like this is new. They are regional.
Yes.
So there's the Americas, Europe, and APAC.
Yep.
There are 3 per region per season.
Yep.
And you can choose to play in any of them.
Yes.
But like for each one that feeds a finals, you can only have played in one region.
Correct.
Like you couldn't, there's one finals coming up. You couldn't play in the Americas, not do well, and then like fly to Europe because you're a billionaire.
Now I'm going to do this one.
No, you have to pick one of the 3.
Yes.
Stick with it until the finals, and then you can do a new one.
And so this was made, I think, what's going to happen here is there's a lot more invites that are going to be generated out of this system. And Wizards was like, hey, we've grown as a game so much over the however many years, 25 years, and we still are offering the same number of invites to our Pro Tour.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is kind of bad because you have such a wider player base now. And also this is going to help with the flight cost situation, because you would ostensibly be playing in an area that would be so much cheaper to fly to than flying halfway around the world.
Yeah.
So
there's a global finals. Like you'll have one Players Tour America, one Players Tour Europe, one Players Tour APAC, and then global finals.
Boom. So if you're
1,
making
2, 3
a little
global finals.
tree, it's
1, 2,
like
3 global finals.
boop, 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 boom.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I had to see it to
All
make it
right.
make sense.
Yes. How do you get to go to a Players Tour event?
Great question.
A regional one, you're asking yourself or us out loud, even though we're not in the room.
That sounds like something
Although
I
aren't
want to
we?
play at.
Anyways, There's Players Tour qualifiers.
Yep.
There will be WPN qualifiers, which means your local game stores will potentially be holding these types of events.
Yes, starting in October.
Pretty cool. Finishing really well at Grand Prix.
Yep.
Awesome. Players Tour Premier Series, which will be like the SCG circuit.
Yeah, SCG circuit now qualifies you for actual sanctioned Magic.
Nice. Magic, I mean, they're always sanctioned.
What do I mean? What I mean, Wizards.
Yeah, whatever.
Stuff that matters.
Yeah. Magic Online events. There you go. There's the Magic Online
there
piece.
It is.
Say what?
There it is.
Magic Online events. And again, discretionary invites.
Okay, great. That is a lot of ways to qualify.
Why play on the Players Tour? Well, because that is how you get points, which the Players Tour
points we mentioned.
Yes, which if you get enough, you can be in the Rivals League.
Okay.
Hot dang.
That sounds all right.
Yeah.
You don't have to start from zero next time around either. If you fail to make the Rivals League, you can retain some of your progress that you've made.
Oh, that's nice.
So more details on that, I'm sure, to come in the future. Mm-hmm. So the global finals.
Yes.
3 of them a year.
Yes.
120 players, $250,000 prize pool. Wow. So this is going to be, of course, the top finishers from the Players Tour regional events.
Yep. Top finishers from the previous Players Tour finals.
Okay, coming back to defend.
The MPL players.
Okay.
And all GP winners from that season.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty cool.
Okay.
Wow, that's Paper Magic, everybody.
It's just one bite at a time, but it is more than a full meal at this point.
And I mean, this goes without saying, but it's listed in here, Grand Prix winners. So like Grand Prix aren't going anywhere.
Yes, they will still exist.
They will still exist.
And there you go. And if you're like, how do I get into a finals? Well, winning a Grand Prix is one way.
That's just win a Grand Prix. Okay.
Yeah, just win a Grand Prix.
Just win a Grand Prix.
Just win a Grand Prix.
No big deal. I don't know. I personally am happy about all of this paper that's been included in this.
Yeah.
And people, WotC was actually on Reddit responding to questions about this article, which was really great. And one of the questions was, hey, are we going to get coverage of these Player Tour regional events and global finals and stuff? And WotC responded, yes, you will have video coverage.
Oh.
Which I was not expecting. So that's pretty good.
Oh.
Yep. So, hooray! We get to watch this stuff happen.
Yes. Very exciting.
Okay, so let's move on to Arena.
Arena stuff.
Arena time, everybody.
Yes. There are 3 Mythic Invitationals every season. Lots of spectacle.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be wild and wacky formats, I imagine.
Yes. It's going to be like the Rakdos their carnival.
Their big
hedonistic
blood carnival.
Blood carnival. You heard it here first. The Mythic Invitational will be a hedonistic blood carnival.
Welcome to the hedonistic blood carnival. Time to dive right into this hemoglobin and slap these cards down on the table.
All right.
Don't be O negative because we're going to have a positive time.
Actually, being a O negative means that you're a universal donor. Which I'm sure the Rakdos would really enjoy.
They would enjoy that.
Anyways.
Okay, so you can expect it to be even bigger and wilder than last time.
Do you think...
Go for it.
Do you think that if the vampires were still alive and they drank blood, they would have to only drink their blood type?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's solved by the fact that they're undead, but whatever.
Yeah, I think they might have to.
Yeah,
because otherwise
it would make them sick.
I wish even undead vampires had to drink their blood type. So it's just like
they're
sitting down for their dinner and they're just like,
hello.
Just off the bat.
It's so nice to meet you.
What blood type are you?
So MPL, Rivals League, Mythic Qualifier tournaments. There's 2 for each Mythic Invitational and discretionary invites.
And so this is something that I just got tripped up on talking about this when I was like, 3 is too many invitationals. Well, guess what, Self? Mythic Championships are no more.
Yes.
So
now Mythic Invitationals is actually, that's a normal number to have.
That is normal.
Yes.
And
because you'll have the 3 global Players Tour finals, which are kind of like the current Mythic Championship.
Mythic Championship paper version.
Yeah, the paper series or whatever. And then the 3 that are the Mythic Invitationals are the arena ones. So it's still 6, which is what we had this year.
Okay.
Same number.
We got there. What is interesting, though, to me is that they're calling it a Mythic Invitational, and it's essentially a Mythic Championship that we know now, plus the Mythic Invitational that we had earlier.
Although
this
it's
year.
more like just the Mythic Championship.
You think so?
Yeah, because the Mythic Championship right now was essentially there's the MPL players, the people who qualified, which we were about to talk about through the Mythic qualifier tournaments.
Yeah, the weekends.
And then their discretionary spots.
Okay.
So the only thing you're adding to this is the Rivals League.
Okay, got it. Whew. Wow, got there.
What a party pony.
What a party pony.
What a party pony.
All right, so the Mythic qualifier tournaments, which we just had one this past weekend.
Yes.
Is going to consist of the top 1,200 players on Arena in either constructed or limited, and you're qualified to play each month. Top 16 invited to play in the Mythic Invitational.
Yeah.
And the day 2 qualifiers get Mythic points.
Nice.
For their trouble.
Very cool.
That's how we're going to feed this tournament.
Mythic point challenges. These are new.
Yes.
They don't feed any big tournament, but they only offer Mythic points.
Okay.
And again, you have to be ranked 1,200 or better.
Okay, so just a way to farm yourself some more points if you need them to try and get into the
You're
Rivals League.
Trying to get into that Rivals League.
Okay,
that's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Huh.
All right.
Wow. Okay, wait. I'm going to pause because we're about to talk about the partial season, but that means that we just got through it.
We just did it.
We did it.
Wow.
So in summary, MPL. Ways to get there, ways to fall out of it.
Rivals League.
Ways to get there.
Ways to fall out of it.
Players Tour.
Paper Magic. Ways to get there.
Ways to fall out of it. No, I'm kidding. You can't fall out of the Players Tour.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then the new Mythic Invitationals, which are Mythic Championships.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
That was what confused me the most.
My brain is finally starting to wrap itself around this.
All right, we got it.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, we're gonna see 6 kind of premier events plus World Championships, so that's 7.
Yeah.
Premier events, and then the regional players tours.
Yeah.
will also be covered.
So there will be
So that's 9.
3 of those a year per region.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. Plus the regular MPL
weekly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a lot of magic to watch.
Orc Bork.
As they say in the business,
Bork.
So yeah, we're not starting this in full force just yet.
No.
In 2020, 2021, it's going to start and it's going to run from August to August, as we said. Until then, we're going to be running a partial season from January 1st to July 31st, 2020. Mm-hmm. It's going to have the same competitive structure, but there'll be fewer events and they'll have to rework qualification levels as needed. As I said earlier, there's going to be fewer players in the Rivals League, that kind of thing, as they sort stuff out.
Also, like we said, the MPL numbers are dropping.
Yes.
So how is that going to be determined? It's going to be this year's top 20 MPL players based on Mythic points will stay in the MPL for 2020.
Okay, and they've earned those through MPL split play and through Mythic Championships.
Yep. Plus the top 4 ranked challengers based on Mythic points. So that's people from Mythic Invitationals and Arena Mythic Championships.
Okay, got it.
The bottom 12 MPL players based on Mythic points. So again, that's the top 20 staying in.
Okay.
Now the bottom 12 will join the Rivals League.
All right.
The next 8 MTG Arena ranked players and the next 8 tabletop ranked players using Mythic points earned in events will be invited into the Rivals League for discretionary invites. The 32 Rivals players for the partial season. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, that makes sense.
No World Championship for the partial season.
I don't know when they're going to say, oh, this is how we determine the top 8 arena ranked players and the top 8 tabletop players, like when that triggers. You know what I mean?
I think at the end of the year, probably.
Just end of the year, boom.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Okay. No World Championships this year, which is kind of a misnomer because they've moved it. So it's not going to happen during 2019. They've moved it over to February 2020. It was previously this December.
Okay.
So that is getting a little scoot.
Yes.
But it's going to still be
Bink.
For this past season.
Yes.
And then once we rework things, the 2020-2021 World Championship is going to be the winners of each of the Players Tour finals, so 3 people, the winner of each Mythic Invitational, another 3 people, and other slots to be determined.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness. We did it. This was a heroic feat.
We feel like Hercules.
We are Hercules.
We are. One body, two
Zero
heads.
to hero. And
Just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, I was going to go on the no time flat line, but it's okay.
Either way.
Either way.
So what is now
Either way.
Oh, boy. How are we ever going to make this Hercules thing work?
I just was informed recently that I say the word bury weirdly.
Nobody even knows what word you're saying when you say that. She means bury, like to bury something in the backyard.
Yeah.
I had to
bury it in the backyard.
I had to qualify bury. Because I'd be like, what is that? What does that word mean? So yeah, how do you feel after talking it through?
You know, I think I am generally satisfied.
Yeah.
I think that is how I feel.
Like after you eat at a Reese's.
Yeah. Well, yep. Like after.
The other day I ate a Reese's Thin.
What is that?
So you know Oreo Thins? Have you seen those around?
Yes.
That's the same concept, except it's a Reese's cup and it's like half of a Reese's cup.
So they like took a hammer and smacked it.
They smacked it and it becomes thinner and smaller and there's less overall whatever candy in the candy thing. And I gotta say, it was an abomination. Because
I was really interested in what you were going to say. It could have gone either way.
Because like Oreo Thins, I'm completely fine with because I'm one of the monsters who likes the cookie better than the cream in Oreo. So I'm like, oh, this is fine.
Okay, an Oreo is not meant to be divided into cookie and cream. It is an experience. Okay?
Well, yeah, that is true.
Are you telling me that there are people out there who call themselves a fan of Oreo cream?
Yeah, they'll say, which do you like better, the cookie or the cream?
You cannot
You
separate
can't answer
them.
this? You can't answer this?
I believe that it is like fundamentally wrong to divide an Oreo into its two parts. It doesn't have two parts. It is one thing. It is an Oreo. It is cookie and cream.
I like the cookie better.
Maria, when you're talking about the cookie, you're talking about the Oreo because it is a cookie. The whole thing is a cookie.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Are you team cookie or team cream?
Don't you even dare.
Please tweet at GLHF Magic.
With the hashtag don't divide your Oreos.
But if you could also be team Oreo. You can be one of the three. So just let us know.
An Oreo divided cannot stand.
It probably can. It would just fall over.
Yep.
But an Oreo could balance when it's a full cookie.
Exactly.
Oh, the metaphor has become real.
Wow. I didn't realize
anyway,
I felt so strongly about this.
I felt very strongly about this Reese's because the best part of the Reese's is obviously the peanut butter filling.
Yes.
Which there is less of in the thin version.
Oh, that's bad.
And if it was more peanut butter and less chocolate, I think, it's still not enough. If it was the
same, okay, I don't like, how did we get so off topic?
I don't know.
Okay, but I don't like the ring of chocolate around the end.
Me either.
Like
it's garbage.
If you made a Reese's that was like a punch out of the middle.
Yeah, that's all anybody wants.
Exactly.
I don't know who would eat the edge.
So here we call it, this is punch out Reese's.
Yeah. Which is a Reese's egg or a Reese's tree.
That's true. It's basically those.
It's those.
Which everyone agrees that those are like the best.
Those are the best.
Because they're more peanut butter, less of that chocolate.
That weird rim.
Yep.
Reese's, if you're listening, just get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Literally nobody likes it.
Punch out Reese's. Hear me out. Cookie cutter.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about how we feel satisfied.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
that's how we got here.
Yeah. I like you said, I am glad to see that there is still a big investment in paper magic.
Yes. Agree.
So many ways for people to play it and to use it to qualify for the MPL, for the Rivals League, for these big players tour tournaments.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Agreed.
That makes me the happiest.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope to find out details soon about, consistent finishes at GPs because Grand Prix are very, very difficult.
Yes.
And if you're doing consistently well at them, I think you should get some kind of reward.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think once we hear about that, then I'll be fully like, yeah, this is actually pretty great.
Yeah.
I think the Gauntlet tournament is like very scary. And I think
it's pretty cool though. Like I said, the worst that can happen is that you're just in the Rivals League.
That's true.
And unless you're one of the 4 MPL players who has to play in it, that's like a good reward.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you're happy with being in the Rivals League unless you're one of the 4 MPL players who was pushed down into the Gauntlet.
Ooh,
yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to see that all of this radio silence has actually meant that they were developing a system.
It has paid off, I think, in a big way. Really exciting, 2020, 2021 season coming up for us with all of these events. Commitment to paper, really cool stuff that they're doing with Arena. The Mythic Invitationals being kind of the new Mythic Championship will be super fun to watch. 750K is like no joke.
Dang.
So, yeah, I'm very optimistic about the future of Magic after reading this article.
Same. There you go. Same.
All right, everybody, we've got to say thank you to Ultra Pro, one of our sponsors.
Yes, I am holding right here a beautiful wall scroll, which we have showed you before, the History of Benalia one, but they have the stained glass planeswalkers. This one right here is Vivian, and it's just bonkers.
So beautiful.
How beautiful this is.
Do you have a wall in your house that's lonely?
Yeah, I'm not going to take it out of the package because we want to be able to send it to someone someday somehow.
Yeah, I know. We got to find a big tube.
Yeah, or something. Maybe we could just
Maybe this could go in the mail.
No, I was gonna say, like, what if we got some paper and we just folded the paper over it so it's a little bit stiffer?
Oh yeah,
and it wasn't directly exposed to the elements.
That might work.
Anyway,
Ultra Wall Scroll.
We're gonna talk to you about our shipping concerns.
But yeah, we've got these beautiful, and the point here is the stained glass art is now available on Ultra Pro products.
And if you order from them, you don't need to worry about how it's going to get to you because they will deal with that shipping conundrum.
That's true.
So that's, it's so cool.
And
it's so cool.
Something else they recently tweeted, I'll put an image up of this in the video version, is why we love them. They tweeted out, we're matching Lizzo's outfits with deck boxes that they sell.
Yes.
And so, I'm going to ask them to have the Lizzo deck boxes so we can give a comparison live in studio.
I love it.
They've got a great pink sparkly one, a lime green one for her lime green outfit, a hot pink one. Yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
Great.
Perfect.
And if you're a company that tweets out your products in relation to how they match Lizzo's outfits, how can you not be cool?
How can you not be cool? Anyways, this is great.
Our entire episode, everybody. We finally figured everything out.
Yeah, we did. We solved it.
We solved the puzzle, and we still had time to get into very heated discussions about Reese's and Oreos.
It's true.
So,
don't divide the cookie.
Big thanks again to everybody who supports us on patreon.com/GLHF. Card
That's
Kingdom.
Right. Next Thursday, put it in your calendars.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
What time?
What time? Great question. I don't remember off the top of my head.
In the calendar, it's 11 a.m.
Yes, that sounds right. Okay. 11 a.m. Central.
11 a.m. Central next Thursday.
And we know that not everybody can do daytime hours, so we're going to try and alternate it months where we have, like this month, my challenge was during daytime and Maria's was evenings. Yep. We're making sure that we get a mix in there.
Yeah, and we're going to I'll put up the VOD of our hangout too for patrons to see on Patreon. So if you want to go back and just watch it after the fact, you can do that too.
You can do that. So become a patron.
Become a patron. There's so many good things.
Yeah.
There's wedding pictures in our Discord this week.
What?
Yeah.
Cute.
So it's really cool.
Cute. All right. Well, until next week.
Divide that Oreo.
Don't divide the cookie.